One of the things that struck me most about Auschwitz was the individuals in there. It wasn't just 6 million people, it was individuals. It made me sick that some people thought that they were going on holiday and they brought some essentials such as their teapots and just accessories like hairbrushes, and they even dressed up with nice shoes, and they ended in something tragic. The thing that struck me the most was there was a room full of hair, which was by the women who went there. They got their hair shaved, so they lost their identity and they were just another person. There was a poem written about this, and I'm gonna say it. It's called Pigtail. When all the women in transport had their heads shaved, 4 workmen with brooms made of birch twigs swept up and gathered up the hair. Behind clean glass the stiff hair lies of those suffocated in gas chambers. There are pins and side combs in this hair. The hair is not shot through with light, is not parted by the breeze, is not touched by any hand or rain or lips. In huge chest, clouds of dry hair of those suffocated and the faded plait. A pigtail with a ribbon pulled at schools by naughty boys. This just shows how everything went so normal and then turned so tragic just in an instant, and the loss of individuality and morality.
If somebody said describe Auschwitz in one word, I would say horrific. I can honestly say my life and the way I look at life is different since visiting Auschwitz. Visiting Auschwitz well and truly brought the textbooks to life, and the reality of the Holocaust both scared me and made me grateful of my life. What really startled me about Auschwitz was the individuals that were portrayed, their faces on each wall. Suddenly, these people weren't 6 million Jews anymore, they were individuals. These were the Goldberg siblings, the Gritz family, Toby Lang, Arthur Rubin, Mara Koldblick. They were individuals with houses, with faith, with families and professions. Each individual shoe, each individual strand of hair represented an individual that should have had a future. What inspired me though was the humanity between those in the concentration camps. Women hid pregnant women to save their lives. Yes, there was no humanity between the Nazis and those in the concentration camps.
Behind the 5.93 million Jews, 2 to 3 million Soviet POWs, 1.8 to 2 million ethnic Poles, 300,000 to 500,000 Serbs, 270,000 disabled, 90,000 to 220,000 Romani, 80,000 to 200,000 Freemasons, 20,000 to 25,000 Slovenes, 5,000 to 15,000 homosexuals, 2,500 to 5,000 Jehovah's Witnesses, 7,000 Spanish Republicans. There is an individual. One of these was Elie Wiesel. He was born in Romania and deported to Auschwitz, where his parents and sister were murdered. Elie survived the Holocaust and has written numerous books reflecting on his experiences. Elie describes his first night at Auschwitz by saying, "Never shall I forget that night, the first in the camp, which has turned my life into one long night. 7 times cursed and 7 times sealed, never shall I forget that smoke. Never shall I forget the little faces of children whose bodies I saw turned into wreaths of smoke beneath a blue sky. Never shall I forget those flames which consumed my faith forever." With the help of the Holocaust Educational Trust, I went to the site of one of the greatest genocides over the last 100 years. I stood on the earth of countless individuals who were not as fortunate as Elie. I saw the inside of the gas chambers and the appalling accommodations which prisoners were forced to stay. I learned of the other atrocities which were committed there, and all this newly learned knowledge is thanks to the Holocaust Educational Trust. I would like to thank them for allowing me and my classmates to have the once-in-a-lifetime experience that we were given.
While I was at Auschwitz, I found it unbelievable, the conditions and the sheer volume of torture that happened at Auschwitz. The working conditions that they went under was unbelievable, and going in the winter there was really an eye-opener, and seeing the conditions that they had to go through. I mean, I was wearing 2 or 3 layers and they were wearing almost next to nothing, and it really shows you the volume that the Nazis were destroyed and demoralised and dehumanised the Jewish people. The Nazis go into such extreme lengths to wipe out an entire race of people and its customs and beliefs. Really, it's unimaginable that anybody could go to these lengths, especially in modern times. And I just want to raise awareness of this and bring back the humanisation of Jewish people, instead of looking at them as victims, but looking at them as people.